Gotta get rid of these. This is dirty money. We have so many nuggets to sell that we literally can't sell them all at once because we'd make too much money. This is ridiculous. Okay. We can sell 100 at once. And then the last 29. Gotta get rid of this. The government can't know how I obtained that money. Hello Internet, welcome back to another episode of Pokémon Generation 1! In the last episode, we made it here to Cinnabar Island, saw everything there was to do here outside of this building and the gym, which is locked, and encountered Missing No, which allowed us to duplicate our items. We now have 127 or 128 Master Balls, and also a very large number of rare candies. And we had enough money to stock up on 99 Ultra Balls, 99 Full Heals, and 99 Hyper Potions. We're genuinely set for life on items for now. Until I end up using more than I expect in, like, an area in the future or something, but that doesn't matter. We're going to be heading into this area today. Not Cinnabar Island. The fiery town of Burning Desire is a little bit extreme for the name of this town. No, we're heading in here. The music in here is creepy as hell. Also, they couldn't afford a sign out front. Things just haven't been the same since the mansion burned down. Welcome to Pokémon Mansion. Yeah, okay. I knew there was a moonstone on one of these things, but I wasn't quite sure what one. I didn't even take a step. Okay, well, Grimer is a Pokemon we haven't caught yet, and oh yeah, Lamp also evolved in the last episode, I forgot almost. This is why I recommend duplicating Master Balls. I'm not using Grimer on my team, so why should I have to bother going through the trouble of weakening it to catch it and all that? I'm keeping Pokeballs on hand because I'm not going to use Master Balls on legendary Pokemon unless it's like the final one, and even at that point, that's a last resort. I just prefer to do it this way because frankly, I already need to catch every Pokemon in the game, and this is a lot easier of a way to do it. We're not going to be going over the new encounters here just yet, though. First, we are going to go to the northwest room, so I guess we'll figure out what that is. Oh, Vulpix! Meet your more powerful older brother. I'm so happy Lamp is fully evolved, genuinely. And also, like, Lamp got her final moveset at the same level that she evolved, just because Fire Spin was the last move she learns at all, and that I was waiting for, so pretty much right away, Lamp just becomes way stronger. But I don't need to fight this. What am I doing? I have rare candies. I just wasted PP for Body Slam. Escape rope here, though. This would be the northwestern room, so I guess this is what I meant. Secret switch. Let's press it. Who wouldn't? True. Ponyta! That is another Pokemon we need. Fire Horse. Its hooves are 10 times harder than diamonds. It can trample anything completely flat in little time. That seems unlikely. Alright. I am still going to be trying my best to just catch Pokemon between episodes. I'll catch them if we find them and they're, like, particularly rare or something. But generally, I think it's just better for the flow of the series if I do it between episodes. Why didn't I buy Max Repels? I have 2 Super Repels, which are not going to get us through this entire area. Anyway. You saw the shutters down there. That is what those switches in here will affect. So if you flip a switch, the shutters will either turn on or off depending on where they are. Or what position they're already in, rather. We're on to the second floor now, and I can't get out! This whole place is one big puzzle! Burglar wants to fight. Charmander. I was hoping he would have something slightly less not weak to Fire Spin, because I wanted to show why that move was worth waiting for. But realistically, Cinnabar Island is just not gonna be Lamp's place. We don't... Like, everybody's using Fire-type Pokemon, and Lamp really isn't meant to be fighting those, because Fire Spin and Flamethrower are, like, her main attacking moves. Body Slam is still strong, don't get me wrong, but it would be stronger coming from Tauros. Oh no, my bag of loot! The switches open and close alternating sets of doors. That is what I just said, basically, but you said it in fewer words, so maybe you should take over as the Let's Player here. It's a book. July 10. We christen the newly discovered Pokemon Mew. Oh, I missed one. I'll be right back. The one I missed is just to the north of that, of the burglar specifically. July 5. Guyana, South America. A new Pokemon was discovered deep in the jungle. We christen the newly discovered Pokemon Mew. There is a specific order you're meant to read these in, and I just did not read my notes very closely. Let's head to the east here for another item. Calcium. Increases special. Who do I want to use that on? You know what? Gaster special is already absurd, let's just make it better. Sorry for the cut. My notes for this place are not laid out very well, so I'm just doing my best. We're gonna press this secret switch next. And heading up here, Repel's effect will wear off. I am out of repels now. We can head up here now. Every floor here looks the same, and this area kind of hurts to look at occasionally just because of the checkerboard pattern on the floor. But over here, there's yet another item, an iron this time. That increases defense. Annabelle is the obvious choice, but I think I'm actually going to give it to Umi. Let's just make acid armor a bit more, good. I guess if it's increasing an already good stat, it does make it good in a sense. Okay. Fucked. Okay. We are going to flip the switch on this statue now. Who wouldn't? That will alternate which set of shutters are closed, and we have a scientist to fight. My mentor
taught me everything about the Force, even the nature of the dark side.
Cool. Are you gonna tell us who that was? Magnemite. This is actually a pretty good instance to show why I waited for Fire Spin. Lamp has base 100 in speed, so we're moving first compared to a lot of other Pokemon. So if we actually hit with Fire Spin, we now have access to a partial trapping move. And coming from a 100 speed stat, that will quite frequently be a critical hit. It's just really satisfying to be on this end of partial trapping. I don't know what else to say. It felt like it was worth waiting for, and having access to it now, it still feels like it was worth waiting for. Look at that. Look at that chip damage. Like, this is not something I'm frequently going to use, all things considered. It misses too often, and, like, the damage it's doing is, like, it's good. It's decent, at least, but it's also dealing it very slowly. If I do end up using this, it's probably going to be against Pokemon who just have pretty low special stats to begin with, because most of the time Flamethrower is just a more effective option anyway. Full Torb. I could stop it from exploding, but I'd rather just use Flamethrower. Whew, overwhelming. So, you're stuck? Try jumping off over there. So he doesn't tell you which one to try jumping off from. Let me tell you, we want to jump off the smaller balcony to the right. One of those balconies will just take you outside of the dungeon. This is false. I realize what I meant by this later in the video, but it's during bios. There's just an exit that takes you outside the building later in the dungeon. You'll see me like sort of wander around in multiple directions during the bios at one point. That's because I found that entrance and remembered. So yeah, one of these balconies is the correct way to go, and it is not the one that I took. My notes were just confusing for this area. I'm actually going to leave real quick to buy more repels, because that super repel is going to wear off any second now. Speak of the devil. Who cares about cost effectiveness? We're rich. Taking... Oh, come on! That was a mandatory step! I'm actually going to use a super potion too before I continue my thought. Okay. Taking these stairs near the entrance to get to this part of the third floor, there is another burglar to fight. This place is, like, huge. It is. But, like, not in a good way. It's kind of huge in, like, a more annoying way. Oh! You too, huh? You didn't wait to evolve yours, though, buddy. I am sorry, you were 4 levels off from hitting it big. Oh, it snaps out of confusion immediately and goes for quick attack though, so... He is demonstrating that the priority from quick attack can be helpful. Not as helpful as Fire Spin. Genuinely just a fast Pokemon with partial trapping is really good. Let alone stab partial trapping. Lamgir to level 43. Ayah! I wonder where my partner went. Oh, he's downstairs. February 6th. Mew gave birth. We named the newborn Mewtwo. I am recording this on February 7th, and you have no idea how disappointed that makes me. In planning, I was actually hoping I would get to this point, like, at a point where I'd be able to upload this episode on February 6th, and God, I wish. Oh! Hello! This is the rarest Pokemon here! Look, I know I'm wrong and it's not the rarest Pokemon here, but cut me some slack. I've been nauseous for a week. I will gladly take that! This is a version exclusive too, which means I need it to trade with Pokemon Red version. I will not complain about that. Spitfire. Its body always burns with an orange glow that enables it to hide perfectly among flames. Cool. A nickname. Tommy. Alright. With that done, second floor was actually the correct floor to be on as far as I am remembering. Very good way of saying that. I almost said future me. Nope. This is present me, actually. I checked my microphone to make sure of it. Gonna switch Lamp out of the lead. As much as I want her to be able to use her new evolution, now really isn't the time. We're not fighting Pokemon that she's really cut out to fight. Gonna press that secret switch, and I'm actually gonna spray a Repel again. We caught Magmar, that's the real trouble Pokemon I was thinking of when I came to this area with not spraying repels, so that shutter was already down. I will press it again. Yeah, no, I'm really happy we could find Magmar as early as we did. That thing is, like, I was just expecting it to be a lot more trouble. Heading up here, we need to press the shutter again. And from here, I want to head over here and down these stairs, I believe. Where am I? Okay, maybe I was wrong about this? I'm gonna try going down here. Okay, yeah, so... Why did I think that would make me leave the dungeon? I'm confused, whatever. We have another scientist to fight. We're on the correct path to get through the area now, so let's just go over the Pokemon that can appear here. Because, I don't know, we haven't made it to the last, like, important piece of text here yet, so now is a good enough time. Ponyta is here to start us off. In all honesty, Ponyta's way better here than it will be in future generations. While its special stat is pretty low and its speed is average at the moment, it evolves at only level 40 and we just saw how to duplicate rare candy in this game. Even if you don't want to use that method to evolve it, it can appear here at level 34, only 6 levels from when it would evolve. As a result, let's just talk about Rapidash here. Where Ponyta was middling, Rapidash is just all around incredible. Its high speed, while nowhere near the fastest Pokemon in the game, makes it one of the best users of not only Fire Spin, a move that any Ponyta you catch will come knowing, but also a Body Slam, Hyper Beam, and the Horn Drill X accuracy exploit. This makes Rapidash a devastating member of any team in single player, and it even has a niche in competitive play, being one of the only Pokemon in its tier to outspeed Fearow. If you want it to outspeed something that is just not fast enough to manage, it also gets agility to fill a move slot. It'll be some 7 generations before Rapidash gets a chance to shine like this again, so if you want to use one, now's the time. Coughing gets decent type coverage in the moves it can learn. Its attacking stats are so bad that it's not really the best user of any of them though. Coughing is phenomenal as far as physical defense goes, but that doesn't mean anything when psychic types are as prevalent and powerful as they are in this generation. You can also find Wild Wheezing here, but it runs into the same problem. Its poison type just grants it too many common weaknesses while lacking useful resistances. If you absolutely need to use one, it's okay at exploding, but until future generations, I'd probably say to give this one a pass. Grimer is more of the same, except somehow worse. It has worse defense and worse special, making it even worse defensively, and its lower speed means it's never it's never gonna give you up. Its lower speed means it's never even gonna get to move first either. Muck can also be caught here, and again, it's more of the same. Its attack stat isn't half bad, and it can do some decent damage with Hyper Beam, Body Slam, and Explosion, but its subpar speed means it's just not able to use them particularly effectively. Thunderbolt and Fire Blast are good for coverage, but wouldn't you rather teach those moves to Pokemon who can use them better? In blue version only, Magmar is a weird fire type. Whereas most fire types are good physical attackers, leaving them unable to effectively use their own type, Magmar's special stat is actually pretty okay. I like to think of Magmar as a worse version of Ninetales in this game. It does learn Flamethrower through level up, albeit pretty late, and Fire Punch before that point at level 43 isn't a bad move either. It also learns Confuse Ray to add a chance to prevent its opponents from moving, and Body Slam to go for that Parafusion combo. The main downside is that it doesn't get Fire Spin, meaning its last move slot will probably be filled by Seismic Toss or Metronome, if you want to be funny. Magmar's not bad at all, but it's outclassed by Ninetales, who was available way earlier. One thing I will say Magmar has going for it, though, is that it learns Thunder Punch if you're willing to trade it to Gold and Silver. This effectively covers up its Water-type weakness, though it will always remain vulnerable to the Ground-type. So we just found the best TM in the game, arguably. I'm going to use this Carbos first on Rhine. Okay, we got TM14, which teaches Blizzard. You remember Ice Beam, right? Yumi's been using it pretty reliably for a while now. It's a 95 power, 100 accuracy Ice-type move. This is a 120 power, 90 accuracy Ice-type move, which makes it, like, not that much less accurate than Ice Beam while being significantly stronger. And believe it or not, Rhine is a really good user of this move. This gives Rhine the ability to not only paralyze, but also potentially freeze opponents. So yeah, we'll get rid of Stomp for this. Blizzard is a very important part of Rhine, or Tauros specifically, in competitive play. It's something that's on pretty much every Tauros moveset. If not Blizzard, then Fire Blast, which is only in Rentals, which is a category specific to Pokemon Stadium. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna press this switch now. But before exploring more, there's one last journal. September 1. Mewtwo is far too powerful. We have failed to curb its vicious tendencies. That doesn't bode well, but hey, the Pokemon world is safe for now, so... Full restore! Yippee! That'll make it less terrifying that there is a potentially dangerous Pokemon with, quote, vicious tendencies out in the wild that they failed to curb. Yay! Okay, heading in here. This place is ideal for a lab. This basement is massive, I will say. You could fit a lot of machines. In fact, there are a lot of machines down here, so this guy's not wrong. But Hiket is going to tear him to shreds anyway. Oh, he just gave up. He realized Razor Leaf was a guaranteed crit and said, no, I don't want any part of that. What was that for? You're the one who told your Electrode to explode! Why is it everybody who has their Electrodes explode always says something along the lines of like, oh, this is your fault? I like it here. It's conducive to my studies. Good for you, man. I'm not trying to, like, evict you. I'm not a landlord. I'd rather die than be one of those. Pressing that secret switch opens these shutters and gives us access to a rare candy. Just what I needed. Wait. Did that correct the amount of rare candies we have? If I use one... Let's just use it on Hiket since Hiket's already started gaining experience. Oh, Hiket's trying to learn growth. This increases the special stat. We don't really need that on Hiket. That corrected the amount of rare candies we have to 99. No, wait, it just separated it into 2 bag spaces. Why does the game know to do that? Went ahead and switched Annabelle to the front of the party, and... TM22. I actually don't remember what this one is. Solar Beam. Okay, this is technically the most powerful grass-type move in the game. I believe, even unboosted, it technically does more than Razor Leaf's critical hits, but it requires a turn of charge up. I don't think I'm gonna go for it. This does have an added caveat in future generations starting in the next game, but for now that turn of charge up is just completely unavoidable, and I think I prefer Razor Leaf having like 10 less space power with critical hits. Yeah. In this room, secret key. This is what we needed here. And my notes say there's a hidden item in one of the plants, so you know what I'm gonna do. I do believe my notes were lying because I could not find a hidden item in any of those plants. But with the secret key received, that is everything we needed to collect here, and we have an escape rope, 2 of them even. So let's get out of here. We've gotten a lot done, and by that I mean we went through 1 dungeon, but we also learned about a potentially dangerous Pokemon that's just out in the world, so that's good. With that done, I'd say we're adequately prepared to take on our next gym, and we can enter it now. We aren't being pushed back by the force of God every time we approach the door. So next time on Pokémon Generation 1, we're going to be entering the Cinnabar Island Gym and challenging the 7th gym leader. See you guys then.